Alright, everybody, we have returned with part 3 of the stream, where we will do episode 3 up to in about 45 minutes of time. Hopefully it will be a good, long awesomeness. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and click that next adventure so we can get the last time on bit, because we love this part. Previously, on the last door. After the death of his old friend Anthony DeVitt, After the death of his old friend Anthony, DeVitt decides to travel back to the school they both attended in the outskirts of Aberdeen. In his search, DeVitt meets an old teacher, Father Ernest. He also remembers his experiment, or the experiment they all attempted many years back, which had terrible consequences. The truth is revealed. Father Ernest worships the Eye of the Bird, a vision resulting from the experiment. He killed many people trying to replicate its results. Those who saw the eye back then calls the 4 witnesses. When discovered, Ernest immolates himself. Finally, Ernest's servant knocks DeVitt out and buries him alive. All is darkness. All is cold. All is silence. Yes, guys. We're gonna finish out the stream, by the way, with Oatsmobile Ale. It's an American Pale Ale. I'm gonna have to get more beer soon. We're running out of my reserve of random beers that I got over the last, 3 months. I feel like I'm gonna fail this head. We're trying for the perfection, guys. Oh, I think we might have pulled it off. Look at that, guys. Perfection. That is a perfectly poured beer. Cheers, guys. That's a very light beer. Not a bad beer, but a light beer. The cupcakes taste funny, though. Oh, no. Alright. All snowy and shit. I don't know how we got here, or who we are. Clearly we're somebody else. Jeremiah, we must talk. With your mother deceased, arrangements have been made regarding your upbringing. A man of my position and responsibility can't take the time to look after a young boy. First thing in the morning, you will depart for Scotland. I'm sending you to the study at the St. Gall boarding school in Aberdeen. You will not bother to write, as I will not have time to read your letters. Or you need not bother to write, as I will not have time to read your letters. It's kind of dicky. It's like, hey, get out of my face. I don't want to see you no more. We're done here. Done here. The music in this game is excellent, by the way. Still no letters for you, DeVitt. Please do not persist any further. It's kind of sad. Pleased to meet you, my new classmates. And who is that? Him? Oh, that's DeVitt. Play him no mind. He's little odd. Interesting. Hello, I'm Anthony. Anthony Beechworth. My first term here. I've only just arrived. I hope we can be friends. Guy was like, I don't care if he's a little weird. We're gonna have some friends. Friendship forever. What is happening? The ticket? The 4 witnesses. I wonder how it got in my pocket. Probably because somebody put it there. Ticket to see a play called The 4 Witnesses. Yeah, I think this is the last chapter I've done. Oh, my head is pounding. I feel so weak and thirsty. If I don't drink water soon, I'll... Dear Lord, where am I? To drinking! Combination of music and my mood brought nostalgic memories. Right on, man. Guess Anthony was into gingers. But can you blame him? I mean, as a ginger, I don't know how I feel about that comment, but hey. It may not come off so well in the light, but my hair is definitely red. You can probably tell a little bit in my my face. My goatee, I think we call it. Yeah, okay, this is definitely the last chapter I've done. I remember this sort of city scene. I'm in a city? Is it Aberdeen? How could I have escaped? But this will definitely be the last one I've done. I can't see anything beyond this wall, but the dark facade of the building's on the far side. We need water, guys, or we're gonna pass out, apparently. Young man, could you please tell me where I am? I've seen you in better lighting, Figgy, and yeah, I know you're a soulless ginger, but love you anyway. Yeah, gotta eat them souls, man. That's how I keep myself alive. Cheapest potatoes in town. Ooh. Please, sir, could you give me some water? This ain't a charity toff. I only sell paying customers, so cough will get out. Well, I guess we need to find ourselves some money. Some money. There's a cart blocking the alley. I won't be able to pass until it's been moved. Really? Let's climb the fuck over it. Like a real person. An indignant and ragged clothing sits leaning against the brickwork. Young man sleeps under a filthy blanket. So we're basically in a homeless camp. Got it. Stained and threadbare sheets struggle to dry in the muggy air. A young woman suffers difficulty in breathing. Please, I need water. Get out of here, Dunk. There's a man staring at me from amidst the crowd. Something in his countenance seems strange to me. Please, ma'am, could you tell me where I am? Ah, you know not where you're at. This is the old Nickel Street Rookery. A darker, more decrepit place like this never was. But this is London, or that is London. How could I have arrived? Or wait, but that isn't London. How could I have arrived in this slum? Drink out of the pipe. Drink out of that pipe. From the pipe flows grimy water, full of soot. Better than nothing, man. You need that water. Or not to die. The water's foul odor is repulsive, but I'm overcome with thirst. Are you gonna drink it? Oh, we died. Game over. Oh, I must have fainted. It is dangerous to be an old nickel at night. I should make my way out as quickly as possible. Fuck that, dude. Drink that water. I don't intend to drink it again. I had an awful taste. Suppose that's true. Hey look, we can walk at real speeds now. Oh, look, we can go back here now. And he was lost forever in the mists of the Undercity. Herr Dr. Wakefield is here to see you. Mine her? Show him in hers. Oh no, not London. A glass of tap water isn't expensive as a full-course meal. It's about your patient, is it not? There's no trace of him. He hasn't shown up for the last few seasons. Or sessions. I've been to his house, of course. His landlady assured me that he went on a trip weeks ago and hasn't come back home. He kept the destination to himself. It is happening as I feared. What do you mean? I'm sorry, my dear friend. I thought of this when you described your sessions with Herr DeWitt, but I did not want to upset you without need as I hoped for the best. Now I'm afraid my suspicions could be true. There are some things that I have to verify first, though. I promise that I will contact you once I have had learned everything important. Please, Herr Doctor. It is the utmost importance no one else knows of this matter. You have my total discretion. Oh shit, guys, there's some sort of conspiracy! Episode 3. The Four Witnesses. Oh, I feel like I've been walking these streets for hours. Surely I must have come to finding my way out of this. Labyrinth? They really should have broken that sentence up so labyrinth was on the same words for the purposes of reading, because otherwise it seems like he was just like, you know, get out of this. Labyrinth! You know, like it's just a random ass word afterwards. Very strange.
Do you hear them? It's the crows, searching for the bones of the weak and the dying. They're calling to each other. They must have found something.
These streets are so confusing to navigate. I'm afraid I've lost my way. Could you direct me out?
Yes, last one. I can give you direction. I've been gifted with the second sight. I can peer deep into your past and unwind the tapestry of your fate. Would you like me to close, or would you like me to close my eyes so that yours may be opened?
I haven't a penny to pay you.
Money is no matter here. Come close to me now.
That one.
The dying star. You lost your guide. You follow the stream, but do not know where it goes. You have escaped, but you are getting closer and closer. The Walker. You have embarked upon a great journey, but this path has been weakened or walked by you before. You step on your own footprints inside of a circle of fire. The scream. It begs you to escape. Mute. It shrieks your last name, sharp, painful, and burning. Its voice is one you know.
I don't understand. What does it all mean?
I can't unpick these ones. Threads you have woven and made their destiny too tight, child. But you will. Oh yes, you will. It is not for me to say, but for you to discover. Remember that in the fog we see only what is closest to us. The bird remains in the distance. If you wish to leave, you must follow the path of the bird. No more direction than I can give.
Pardon me, I must go.
You will need a map to guide your step. Farewell.
Rusty oil lamp sits empty in the corner.
No, it doesn't belong to anybody. You're welcome to take it if you like. I'm not sure what good it will do you without any oil, though.
Well, it's adventure games. We take all the things. The Four Witnesses. Just to say this game is 4 times as good as The Witness. I mean... Alright, if you put 4 of The Witnesses together, sure, I suppose. No, I actually really like The Witness. That game was great. Everything I needed in a good game. Well, that motherfucker's been watching us. Talk to him. It's very dark. I don't dare go on. Well, dicks. I don't think I can leave through the fog. It's something I vaguely recall. Glass is fogged over, but for a handprint left on the surface. We need oil. Clearly we go inside the fucking sewer grate. Rats. The letters seem to have been inscribed with an oily grime. It reads rats. I'm not sure if it's a warning or an exclamation. Sewers is flooded here with an ankle-deep pool of water. Patches of oil swirl on its surface. Well, yeah, because fucking oil. Fill it up! Fill her up, woman! I suspect we're gonna have to find a way to extrapolate oil from a thing. The gate is locked shut. I can only open it from the inside. Why do I somehow think that's not a great accomplishment? I loved The Witness. So being 4 times as good as The Witness, that seems pretty fucking good to me. Unless you meant something else. Alright, I guess we'll wander the... whatever this is for a little bit. Got lost in the fog. When I make my way through, I will need to orient myself somehow. I mean... guess I'm not surprised. Okay. The street lamp tries to put some light into the gloom. The boarding up windows of a rundown house. Dust smears the glass, preventing me from seeing in the interior. Okay. Hey, that door opened. Okay. Well, certainly the best place to be. Cuts of rancid meat lie discarded in the butcher's block. Boosh. Okay. I'm not gonna say that I somehow knew that was the puzzle solution. I just sort of was experimenting and then nailed it. I was like, okay, this one does that, this one does that. Wonder what this one does. Oh, hey, we solved it. Because the best way to solve a puzzle, in my opinion, is to tinker with it for a little bit. The remains of a horse lay by the hook, fixed to the wall. Blood drains, seeping to the floorboards. Okay. Rusted oil drums, or rusted out drums, empty. Okay. This machine is old and in disrepair. Can it be some sort of filtering machine? Despite its condition, it seems to be used just recently. Bottle of gin. It's empty, but it may be of some use. Yeah. I know exactly what we're going to do here shortly. Machine is old and in disrepair, and we already read that. The glass Ascentier? Yeah. Liquids are poured through the top, and then impurities removed through the valve at the bottom. Okay. We got some water and bring it here then. Clearly that's the only solution, right? I do feel like we need to like flip this over. But whatever. I collected some of the oily water in the gin bottle. Drink it. Only games let you do funky things like drink the oily water. Pour the contents of the bottle into the center. Or ascends here. Oil floats to the surface. When I open the valve, it will drain the water until the water has been removed. That's it. I've extracted all of the water. I fill a lamp with oil. I hope it will be enough to last the night. If not, you know there's this great thing you can do. I'll go get more. You know how to get more, dude. You just did this. It's not like you couldn't do it again. Just crawl into a sewer pipe, get some more of this oily ass water, fucking do your thing. It's fine. You got it. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Oh, it's something to turn it on. Dicks. Need matches. The embers look as though they'll soon extinguish. Its meager warmth is welcome. Yeah, burn the ticket. Oh, okay, that works too, I guess. Aha! Victory's mine! Victory! It's an old worn coat rack. Or her old worn out coat hangs on the rack. One of his pockets is a pair of gloves. Then take the gloves. Portrait of a gentleman in a distant look seems vaguely familiar. An old bottle of Saint Emilien's Grand Cru. It's covered with dust. Well, pick it up. It's an adventure game. Pick it up. Mold covers the wood stacked in the shed. Judging by the resin oozing on the surface, this tree trunk, it appears to have been recently chopped down. The resin is thick and sticky liquid. I can't just pick it up with my hands. Loves it. Ticket it. Oil lamp it. Fuck. The door is locked. I can't even move it. That seems important. Wait, can I go over here? The walls of the mausoleum are crumbled with age. So I have a few folks in here, and by a few folks I mean at least one folk in here who I haven't actually asked interesting random questions about. I am curious of those who wish to answer what your favorite games are. Perhaps it is one that you've played recently, that also works. A game you've played recently that made an impact. Favorite game or game that you enjoyed recently that you played. One or the other. I'm not picky. Always interested to hear what folks are into. There's so much to experience in the gaming world, it's ridiculous. A bright meadow, the picture has faded into a dull color. Creepy laughing man. Now my eyes focus to the gloom. I can see the person sitting on the bed is an elderly woman. She's just dressed up as a young girl for some reason. She appears to not hear or see me from here. I'll need to get closer if I'm to explain myself. Oh no, guys. Something amongst the members? Can't put it in, or my hand in, or I'll burn myself. Well, gloves. It's a spherical piece of metal. A doorknob? It's a weird thing to put into a fireplace. Again, that dude who's been behind us doing all of the puzzle creating, he was all like, we need to get this doorknob, knock it off, and put it in a fireplace. But then we need a way to get to that fireplace, so we should take a pair of nice, thick leather gloves and stick him somewhere random and make that what he needs. And any other thing you could potentially use to pull that out of the fire, gotta remove that from the scene. Nothing else should exist. March 8th, 1843. I'm exhausted. Father made me rehearse today for 8 hours. By the end, the music wavered with his trembling hands. It's still for a long time of the day to show, but he insisted that everything must be perfect. One more song, he said, over and over. Most recent game I played and liked was a free Mario game called Super Tux. I like old school Castlevania games and Aria's Shadow, as well as others, many others. Right on, man. I got myself Endless Space 2 for my birthday, or on my birthday. Didn't regret it one bit. It's like a story-oriented space civilization. Yeah, Endless Space is one of those games I've been thinking about checking out. I do recommend I should say the developers of the Endless series of games. All the ones I have played have been excellent. So, Endless Legend, Endless Dungeon. I've been wanting to do Endless Space because it's basically the space sim style game. But for me, the most recent game that I've been really into, and I think I've mentioned it on the stream, has been Caves of Qud. I think is how that's said, something to that effect. QOD or QUD. Sorry. It's a roguelike. It's awesome. Like, there's so many ridiculous things you can do. My main character that I got really into was a character that I call the Limb Liberator. It's a four-armed, two-headed frost turtle that wields axes and removes limbs. A fun character. But I've been experimenting with some other stuff. It's a really cool game. So if you like roguelikes, I recommend that one myself. March 21st, 1843. Father got really mad at me, and he started to shout when after hours of my rehearsal, I said that I wanted to get out and play a little bit from the street. More and more he obsesses with rehearsing the concert to perfection. April 3rd, 1843. I'm not the one who earns the money to feed us. Am I not the one that people come from all over to see and admire? It is my name, not the one printed on all the posters. My name. The dolls for sale at the theater entrance. They have my likeness, my dress, and my beautiful hair. I should be the one who makes the decisions. April 21st, 1843. One more song. Yes, one more. A last song for you, Papa. That's not creepy. No, I don't want to dance and sing anymore. It's enough for me today. I want my lemonade. I want to play. I want to get out of this place. Hide and seek? Oh, I do love games. I go to the fog when I want to get away. Daddy won't find me. There you see. In the fog, there are no faces. Who are you? Oh, sorry. Actually, madame, I'm afraid I've never met you before. I don't know who you are. Don't you recognize me? Of course. Oh, I was afraid you wouldn't recognize me. I did not mean to click that, by the way, but fuck it. You must have seen the posters of my performance. They're simply everywhere and quite wonderful. You must have seen them. Don't you think they're beautiful? I'm looking for a gentleman. He's well dressed and with red hair. Do you know him? He led me to this place. No, Father. I have been practicing the latest repertoire as you ordered. I behaved very well today, haven't I? Let's play. Now stand next to the fireplace and count to 3. Okay. Now stand next to the... What's standing next to the fireplace? Oh, I see. Click the spot. 1, 2, 3. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? Aight. 1, 2, 3. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? Okay. 1, 2, 3. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? 1, 2, 3. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? Okay. What the blazes just happened? My head is pounding. Where did she go? pile of things on the floor after Caddy's disappearance. There's a mask. It's a porcelain mask. It broke when it fell. The distorted features. There's a grotesqueness to them. I don't like to look at it. Look, underneath the mask, a photograph. It has a note. Little Caddy show. A girl lit up by a spotlight in a musician's hall singing to live piano. Interesting. Interesting for sure. Wardrobe is locked. Damn. I don't see why I would use it here. Because there's a hole in it. Maybe the doorknob was missing from the wardrobe. Clearly, that's the answer. This cage must have housed a huge bird. A feather remains. Can't reach the feather from here. Really? Your arms definitely seem long enough. Looks like the lyrics to a song entitled The Last Song for You. The verses are scrawled so poorly to make them illegible. So, interesting. You said there's a free Mario-like game called Super Tux. So is it like fast-paced like a Mario game, or is it more a little bit slower like a Castlevania? Because you kind of mentioned both of those. It's like, to me, there's a very big difference between something like a Mario game and a Castlevania game. Because a Mario game is like, in the moment, quick, action and like making decisions on the fly very quickly. Whereas like a Castlevania game, there are moments of that, but it's more spread out, it's more slow paced, it's more deliberate, it's more tactical, Like that's how I perceive a Castlevania game. It's very tactical, very deliberate. Whereas a Mario game is like literally just go for it! And you just run around and jump and shit. So I'm curious the mix of the two of them. So is it like a platformer that has a little bit more of that kind of tactical Metroidvania style stuff, or what exactly do you mean when you merge those two games together? Because again, to me, they're quite different. They're both platformers, but they're very different kinds of platformers. It's a platformer like the original Mario games, but you play as a penguin. Okay. This piano is so dusty, I dare say it hasn't been played in years. I wonder if it still works. Something is preventing one of the keys from depressing. There's a key hidden under the key. There was a key hidden under the key. A funny-ass sentence to say. Damn it. There we go. Cage has no keyhole. Okay. Aha! There's an elegant scarlet party dress inside. Clearly, you take it and put it on. Damn. Doorknob is missing. I just so happen to have one. Wooden planks are blocking the window. I can only see part of the outdoors. Big wall mirror. It's so covered in dust I can't recognize my face through. Laughter is coming from around the curtains. I can faintly see the outline of a figure on the other side. It's a porcelain doll with lifelike proportions. Its face has been removed, leaving her featureless, but its wig shines brightly as though human hair. Her cord is stretched. It's repeating on loop. Crying man's better man. Okay.
No, no, no! Did I not pay enough? Have I not written faithfully every last note you scrawled to me? Middle C up to A, measure G up to C, tied F, second violin, bar 2, middle C to up to A, double note E, G, C, and no, this was supposed to be our masterpiece. Viol is C, up to an octave and then up to a G. What do you think you are? Are you blind, man? Can you see that I am creating an angel's voice? The work, C to A, an octave higher, a fragile voice flutters around the strophe. No, hands! Swallow you, laugh at you. Oh, I lost it again.
You all right, sir?
My inspiration, too, is lost, quite lost in the fog, she notes. Or the notes, the moan, just her.
Who is she?
Oh, beautiful Daphne, the best soloist and composer could have, or a composer could have, the voice of an angel, what made my most music possible. She could stand there by the window, the wind creased her cheeks and danced in the golden hair, her dress glowed like ember in the dark sun.
What happened to her? That's not what I clicked, but I'm fine. I'm following a man. Though come to think of it, maybe he's following me? He had a red beard and wears a cape. I sometimes find this man too, among my notes. I feel he is close to me at times. You do crazy well. I know! I love doing crazy. Crazy is like my favorite fucking thing in the world to voice act. How's it going, TKR? Cheers to you, man. Thank you for stopping in, man. Every note you screwed into me. Okay, somebody got very messed up music lessons. I know, right? What happened to her?
It's very delicate, like a flower in the desert, like a petal in the storm. The sickness has kept her away. Her voice, my God, her voice, it came to heaven. She was the angel of my music.
The mausoleum, outside the house. Is that where Daphne is buried?
That's right. I visit her many times, many nights. I have slept beside her on the cold, wet stone floor.
Please, I need to get out of this place.
You ask me for words, but the words are betrayers. They're dirty. Music. Just music remains beautiful, but it is prisoner inside of all of us. Unless it is free, I can help but you, or I can't help you now. Not until my work is finished. My work is the important thing. She was my only inspiration.
Well, I have a really good idea.
Let music and singing surround you, my man.
Do 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 do.
Yes, just right. It looks more and more like the young woman in the painting.
Mask will fall off of the state. I'll need to repair it first. That must be uncomfortable. I'm not sure. Never let that guy read Plato's Republic. Paper bound up in a roll. It seems to be discarded. Musical score. Wallpaper is torn. Well, rip it. I think once I finish this red person puzzle, I will call the stream for the evening. Painting of a beautiful young lady with a peaceful expression. She looks like one of Raphael's angels. Unless it takes a long time, in which case we'll call a little earlier. We need to find a way to repair the mask. Use the ticket, damn you. I feel like we should be able to just like slam this fucking cage open. I don't know if it's because we're missing an item. Or if it's because I just haven't found the thing. Whatever the thing is that like I need to do, I mean. Oh, duh, of course. Okay, maybe not. I need something to fucking... Need like a container or something, maybe? Glue, yeah. The tree resin is probably the solution. I just need to find a way to use it. You know, clearly a adventure game is a puzzle where you gotta find something to use the thing that's very clearly the solution. Took me a second, I heard you wrong at first. I thought you said slam this fucking keg open. Slam this fucking keg open. I did try the ticket. It was the first thing I tried. I think we're missing something. It's just rubbish. Rotten scraps of food and discarded papers. Discarded papers would be great! Oh, I can go further in here. I didn't even know it. I hear a woman's voice in the distance. It sounds as if she's singing a lullaby. Do not fall asleep. Guys, we need to sleep, clearly. Wasn't there a bottle in another place? I picked up that bottle, but I don't know if it'll be useful. Yeah, it's not like you need to keep the thing you do the smearing with afterwards, right? Just fucking a piece of paper. Like, just fucking pick it up. There's a note partly obscured by mud. I mustn't fall asleep. I hear them crawling. I hear them gnawing. Rats! Too many of them! They know I'm here. I mustn't fall asleep. They stalk me, coming closer, come closer. I can see their blood-red eyes shimmering in the darkness. I mustn't fall asleep. I feel like sleeping is the best option here, clearly. Pile of ragged clothes, caked with mud and full of holes. The roots of a once great tree fill the cavernous sewer. A strange green moss covers its surface, and there, in a great crack along its length. Well, that seems like a great thing to do, is go into the crack. Yeah, what have you been up to, Mr. TKR? Come on, I need to do something in here. The nudge to a Lovecraft story. I could only remember which one. Dude, I really want some more Lovecraftianness in my life. I need to find, like, even... Because one of the best things, like, is listening to a really well-done audio production of one of his stories. Especially when you're, like, walking to work. So good. I feel like that sewer is important, but I don't know how. Unexpected day, 4-day weekend last weekend. Got to go home a half a day early from work last Wednesday. Nice, dude. Sounds like the opposite of what I had on Monday. I worked basically 24 hours between Monday and Tuesday. A working man's wet dream, TKR. Exactly, dude, exactly. It's the only light coming in this filthy room. This machine, we already know about the machine. Nah. We just need to put it together. Maybe I can pour blood into it. Oh, you're still jobless? That's unfortunate, man. Had a fire at work? What? You gotta tell me more about this. Did somebody just like light some shit on fire? Like what happened? It's just the marketing department. It's all right. Wait. That's just fun. Was anything important lost, like computers or programmers? Or computers or programmers? I love it. Those are the only important things. No real damage, no injuries. That's good, I suppose. I don't know. I may have made a comment in my Discord about recycling people who are a little bit less than ideal, turn them into slightly better people, possibly. How do I do what I want to do? I feel like I'm missing something super simple about this puzzle. It's resin thick and sticky liquid. I just can't pick it up with my hands. But I don't want to pick it up. I just want to like fucking smear it onto this fucking thing. Sure. Plot twist. It was an arson attempt from the legal department. Oh no! Damn legal department! Get them now! Send the authorities! Something in the ventilation system broke and burnt up, filling the building with smoke. Was on the roof. Our building is 7th floor. I'm in the basement and there's smoke coming from the vents. Wow! That seems a little bit frightening. Something in somewhere. Just need like a thing. I'm clearly missing an object. My theory is it's the feather, but I can't get the feather because I can't reach it from here. I'll fucking shove it. Like with a fucking just dick punch it. I don't know. This is the one thing that sucks about adventure games is when you have the answer in front of you, but you can't actually do the solution. Can we just like close the thing then? Maybe it's in here. I mean, the wallpaper's torn, so rip it. Oh wait, there we go. Whatever that is. Oh wait, I have an idea. Wait, not in here. You work for the Department of Revenue. But you can't arrest them, they're the legal department. They're all powerful. I blew through the paper roll. Maybe I could manage to make the feather fly. Yeah, there you go. That is the stupidest solution ever. Oh my god. I got it. It's a big black feather with some gray spots in the base. Man, adventure games have the dumbest solutions sometimes. Woohoo! Feather! Yeah, dude, I'm gonna use the feather to smear the fucking sliminess. Right. Yeah! I managed to coat the feather with a resin. Oh, good. I've stuck the pieces together with the resin. The face reminds me of a girl from one of the paintings. Yes. Yes is exactly what I was gonna do, TKR. I'm like, I'm gonna grab this fucking feather and smear it full of resin, and then smear the mask, slap it together, make it tight, and then go talk to some asshole and be like, hey man, there's your muse. She's sitting in the window. Daphne, you're back! Are you a figment of my melancholic mind? Are you the ghost of my dying music? No, it mustn't. It doesn't matter because you are with me again. And now I know exactly how to compose my masterpiece. Please, take my violin now that I have completed my work. I no longer have a use for it. It needs to be with her. Go to the mausoleum and place the violin where her heart lies. The angel of my music will guide you. Here, take this key to the mausoleum, my friend. Okay. Alright, so I said that was going to be the last puzzle, but we're going to go ahead and go through the very obvious things. Look for the Simigur. Or Simigur? I don't know. I didn't read that. Sorry. Hell rushed towards her and fly out the window to his death. You probably would. People in this game are really, really messed up like that. And mostly because I have more beer. We're going to finish the beer while walking to the mausoleum. So let's drink to our hot straps, guys. Because who knows, this might be the end right here. I was asked to leave the violin here or close to Daphne's heart, but she isn't here anymore. The sarcophagus is broken. Where on earth is the coffin? Who could have done this? Probably the hole. A trail of soil leads to the sarcophagus hole. Was the coffin transported through here? Okay. This might be the end of the zone. If it is, can't see anything through these dirty window panes. I was trying to go through the door. It's locked. Oh, no. Here's a latch. Oh, what was that? Maybe I can see if it looks through the keyhole. What creepy thing's gonna happen? Darkness there, and nothing more. No, it's not true. Oh, there it is! Holy crap. I think this is a good place to call it, guys. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and call this stream tonight. I do have to work tomorrow, and we're going a little bit late, but I'll be back tomorrow. I'll probably play some more of this. It'll depend on how my voice feels, because voice acting, lots and lots and lots and lots, it tends to get to my voice. It also depends on how much I talk, I guess. But in the meantime, guys, thank you so much for stopping in. It's always a pleasure. And we'll be back again tomorrow, like I said, hopefully with some more of this. But if not, maybe some speedrunning. We'll see. But I'll let you all know on the Twitters if you follow me there. And if you don't already follow me there, feel free to do so. It's Figbird4885. And the only reason why I have numbers is because some person has Figbird, and it made me really sad. People taking my name. But anyways, thank you so much, like I said, just stopping in. We're going to go ahead and find ourselves someone to host. Because we got to do that. Can't leave you guys without somebody to check out. But in the meantime, guys, have a fantastic evening, and I will see you next time.